What I love about the G60 is, and the Corrado in general, is its looks, the noise from the supercharger, the feeling that I have, and actually, you know, it invokes, oh, this is harder than I thought, you know. You know, I've always loved the Corrado, actually, even going back to being a teenager, and this is my second one. My first one was a VR6, which was I sold it over 10 years ago. It was a dark burgundy pearl. I regret it ever since. And you know, this one came up about 5 years ago. Good friend of mine, Tim. And even though it wasn't a VR6, and you know, it being a G60, it didn't actually bother me. I love the sound of the G60, obviously the look of the Corrado. You know, and over the 5 years, I've spent money on it. Obviously, a full respray, windows out. You know, all chassis. Suspension, bushes, a lot of engine work with, you know, a Wagner front mount intercooler, red top injectors, all cooler, smaller pulley, and a stage 5 SNS chip. So, you know, it's pulling around 200 horsepower. But yeah, it you know, gives me smiles every day. It's not the perfect car, for sure, but it drives, how can I say it, probably the best way is it drives like a new old car. And you know, the attention it gets every day when I drive it, the way it makes me feel when I drive it. When it came time to looking for another Corrado, my good friend Tim told me he actually had one at his barn and to come down and have a look. And I was pleased to see that it was a later spec. You know, it had the bulging bonnet, had the wider wings, 90mm splitter. Also with the BBS RZs, these are the actual ones that come from the BMW E30. So they're actually slightly wider, they're a 7J, and the actual centre cap's a little bit different, and I actually prefer it to the actual ones that came on the G60 originally. So all in all, it was just you know, it was a clean example. It was an honest car. Need a little bit of work, but suspension-wise, I'm actually running ST coilovers, also IBAC anti-roll bars, front and rear, OEM bushes throughout, a couple of poly bushes, but apart from that, it actually handles like a dream, literally like it's on rails.